Hello and welcome to the Bonehead Championship. I'm Ben from the Bonehead Podcast and this is the league preview. So the Bonehead Championship is our mini league. We put it to you guys to vote how many teams and how long a season you wanted. We've ended up with 6 individual teams who are going to play against each other in 5 rounds of regular Blood Bowl. This is full league mode, so you're going to see these teams develop as if they would in any of your tabletop leagues, so you're going to get the actual experience. Then we're going to take the top 4 teams and put them through knockout finals to determine our very first Bonehead Championship champion. So we've talked through that, let's have a look at the teams.
We've got our Black Orc team, the Black Mountain Buccaneers, and it is a full strength build. We've got the Troll Gronk, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 out of the 0 to 6 Black Orc blockers. We've got them all. Gromican Zoo, Breeze Block, Grector Crawl, Aslog Skull Smasher, Zologs, and Leg Ripper. That is 6 strength 4 pieces and 1 strength 5. Backed up by 4 Goblin Bruisers, Small Saul, Tyrone Trollkisser, Barflog the Braze, and the most magnificent number 12 Grot Brady, who should definitely be playing for the Buccaneers. So this roster comes in at 955. We've got 5 dedicated fans as well, so 40k went to buying that. That leaves us with 2 rerolls and 5k in the treasury. The Marienburg Minotaurs are our Imperial Nobility team for this league, and our patrons chose to go with the Ogre build. So we've got Boney the Ogre, backed up by Jules Ramey and Royce the Pomp, our 2 blitzers. 2 bodyguards on this roster, Podrick Payne and Angus von Muller. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 linemen there, 2 throwers, Ivan Volokov, and our star player, Fitzmagic. Now this roster leaves not a lot left over, so we've got 0 in our treasury. Our TV is bang on 1000. We've got enough for 2 rerolls, but dedicated fans of just 1. The Tootworld Tiny Titans are our Snotling team. We had to get them in here. So we've got a ton of players on this roster. In fact, we've got 2 pages worth. The roster comes in at 715 for match value. I think it's 820 with all players bought. We've also purchased an extra 5 dedicated fans, so maxed out at 6 with 130k left in the treasury and 4 rerolls. We wanted to keep that team value low so that we can get enough inducements because that's where the fun is with Snotlings. So we've got Paul and Barry, the Chuckham brothers. We've got our 2 trolls here for the Snotlings. We've got 1 Triple T, our pump wagon, which is the terrible tiny train. Triple T. We've got Up and Atom, our 2 fun hoppers, Leroy and Jenkins, our 2 stilty runners, and Hale and Mary, our 2 fungus flingers. And we've got a bunch of Snotlings here. The roster maxes out. We've got 15, 1 space. Always keep 1 space for a star player. So 15 Snotlings in there as well. And when it comes to Snotlings, they have to earn their names. The mighty Midheim Crawlers are our necromantic team for this season, so we've gone for a pretty standard build here. We've got 2 flesh golems, 1 werewolf, 2 wraiths, 2 ghouls, 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies, 2 rerolls, 1 dedicated fan factor, and 5k left in the kitty. So if you are playing a longer league where you want to optimize your build, potentially dropping some positionals and going for that 3rd reroll early is what you want. However, we wanted to get as many positionals on the pitch as possible. Now there is an alternative build here where we could have taken 2 werewolves and no ghouls, but we wanted 3 Ash 3+ players instead of just the 2. It's Skaven time. The Neverbay Nightmares are our Skaven team. So you guys know I'm a big Skaven fan. Now, we put it to the Patreons and we've gone with the Rat Ogre build here. So we've got the Toxic Ratvenger, our Rat Ogre, 2 Blitzers, Buzz Justice, who will be represented by a 2nd edition Human Blitzer because that's my team. We got Thrill Kill, Warped Claw, the 2nd Blitzer, 2 Gutter Runners, Ratfink and Ixril, Click Warp Slinger the Thrower, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linemen rounding up to 12 players. 3 rerolls, just enough cash to sneak an extra dedicated fan, so 2 DF. And 5k in the treasury brings us to 985. So here we have the Wild Hunters, our Wood Elf team. If you guys watch 7 Super Series Season 1, some of these names may be familiar. They've rolled over, but we have reset them. So when it comes to Wood Elves in Tournament League, their builds are very different. Now, we put this to our Patreons, and they agreed with me. We needed some exciting positionals. So this is not the optimal build, which I believe is 2 War Dancers, 2 rerolls. We're going for something a little bit more fun this time. So we are looking at 2 War Dancers, 1 Thrower, 2 Catchers, 6 linemen there to pad out to 11 players. We got 1 reroll, 1 dedicated fans, and 5k in the kitty. So we've gone full on positionals on the pitch. We're struggling with rerolls, and we got no cash to spare.
Now we come to the extra fun bit. So every Monday we are going to put up a video previewing the game that comes out the following weekend. We want you guys to let us know who you think is going to win and what you think the score is going to be. So we did try doing this with Seven's Super Series Season 2. Unfortunately, the change of rules and COVID basically ended that. But what we're going to do is we're going to give you points for getting it right. And we're going to track your points throughout the season. And at the end of the regular season, basically the top 10 competitors, which is you guys, the top 10 viewers who've scored the most points, are going to win a bunch of Bonehead loot. So how the scoring is going to work is basically you put in the comment. So we say Wood Elves and Skaven are playing this week. Who do you think is going to win? You say Wood Elves 3-2. If the score is 3-2 and the Wood Elves win, you will score all 3 points, because we're going to give you 1 point for getting the winner right, for getting the outcome right. So if you say Wood Elves are going to win, or it's going to be a draw and it's a draw, you get a point. If you say Wood Elves are going to score 3 touchdowns and they score 3 touchdowns, no matter who wins, you will get another point. If you say the other team is going to get 2 touchdowns or whatever it is, and you get it right, you will get a 3rd point. So if you get it exactly right, for example, Wood Elves are going to win 2-1, and Wood Elves score 2 touchdowns, the opponent scores 1, and the Wood Elves win, you will get full marks. If you get it all wrong, but you guess that one team's going to get 1 touchdown, so Wood Elves, Skaven, you say Skaven are going to win 1-0, and actually the Wood Elves end up winning, but Skaven still get 1 touchdown, you'll get 1 point for that. So 1 point for getting the outcome right, and 1 point for each team whose score you've guessed correctly. With that in mind, every Monday we're going to have a preview video of the game that comes out, and these guesses have to be in by 9 o'clock Saturday morning UK time. And the reason for that is because the Patreons, so those of you who follow us on Patreon, will get the game each week on Saturday morning at about 10 o'clock. So we can't have the Patreons having too much of a head start. So we'll call the guesses at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and everybody else will get the game Sunday morning, but it means that no one has sneaky understanding of what the game's actually going to play out like. So we've talked through the teams, we've talked through the viewer championship. Let's have a look at the first round schedule.
So let's look at the first round of games that we have for you. So first up will be the Black Mountain Buccaneers, our Black Orc team, taking on my probably favourite team in this whole league, which is the Tutewald Tiny Titans. Big Snotling fan, these are our Snotlings. I am very excited for you guys to see that matchup. We've got the Midheim Crawlers versus the Wild Hunters. That's going to be the Necromantic team against Wood Elves. So we are going to see a lot of Movement 8 stuff happening, whether it's the Catchers or the War Dancers on the Wood Elf team, or the Werewolf from the Midheim Crawlers. Big matchups and 2 very good teams there. And then last but definitely not least for this league, we're going to see the Marienburg Minotaurs with Boney the Ogre, our nobility team, take on the Skaven team, my personal Skaven team, the Nether Bay Nightmares. Now this is a Rat Ogre build, so we're only going to see 2 Gutter Runners until they can buy a 3rd. So that's kind of going to be a big guy battle there. We're going to see the Ogre versus the Rat Ogre, Kaiju combat.
Okay, I think we've covered everything. Please let us know in the comments if you've got any questions. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow with the Round 1, Game 1 preview. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you soon.
Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content. We get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead Podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.